Tonight on JGN, for the first time, one of these 3 successful shows is going to be more popular than that. Punch Your Face, NFL Blitz, and My Good Experience show. And we have 2 failed shows like you've never heard of it in your entire life. Curse vs. Blessed commercials. Cat vs. the Giants. 3 successful shows, 2 failed shows, 1 iconic channel. This is the Big Reunion. JGN's Big Reunion countdown to JGN's 10th anniversary celebration Invitational series. So, as we didn't recommend it about it on the last episode, the Monopoly Millionaires Club episode, I told the story of a Monopoly Millionaires Club, and it ended very well. It's a very short-lived game show. So, unfortunately, we cannot upload to the JGN Monopoly Millionaires Club because of losing their rights. So without any further complaints, so we're gonna get to talk about the story of Punch Your Face, the Knockout Kings 2000 series. This is where it began. Where it all began in back in 2016. I tried to make a series called Punch Your Face, the Knockout Kings 2000 series, and I got the Knockout Kings 2000 game from EA Sports. And it is the original idea was created by the old things like Muhammad Ali. That's the classic fighter, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. That's the quote from Muhammad Ali. And because I've aired a lot of episodes. I aired a lot of episodes on the Punch Your Face and Knockout Kings 2000 series until the end of the year in 2020s. And then I used to hate WJZ, but that's just from the past, and you'll call it It's the Old Jay-Z. There's no such thing as It's the Old Jay-Z. It's WJZ. That is what it's called. So that's what we're going to talk about this video, because I was just a loser all the time, because I'm losing a lot of bet. On the first episode, got off to a bad start, and I flipped the table in half, and I broke the camera too much, and I was a little too autistic to do this. So right now we're gonna get prepared for this. So I just moved to a new house. I moved to a new house a few years ago in 2017. 1 year later, and it became an international phenomenon, becoming a national phenomenon. And we're here in the same house. We're in the same house from last year, or from the last few years, or for the past few years, and it's been 7 years. This would be the longest. No, this has to be. It's like 7 years. Yeah, it is. I've been living in this house for 7 years. It will be the longest living in house in the history of my life ever. And this is because you don't know why, because on the last episode, on the last Halloween edition of the Halloween Havoc episode, and I forgot to mute the episode, and a few to mute the introductions of WCW episodes, and it's like, WCW is a salute to the wrestling of hell. That does not count. That this slogan doesn't really count, because I tried to say this. I tried to use the Jetronic lines like ladies and freaks. That doesn't really count. And I just scared the barking dog with Olivia a long time ago. And this time, there's no way gonna make it, gonna relaunch the Punch Your Face and Knockout Kings 2000 series for this until further notice. And then I just throughout this series, I got 37 wins, over 37 wins and 17 losses. But it has to be a winning streak. Has to be the winning streak of my own. And then this series has been ended. The series has been ended. And I did it. And if the series is ended, the Serena has been. I've won the Serena costume, and I just opened this made in China, and I worn it. And I tried to delete this video, and I deleted the entire video. And I recently deleted from YouTube. You know, technically, I'm a huge fan of Serena back then, and I know, and I tried to make a Wheel of Fortune Disney Secret Santa celebration back in review in 2019. But I tried to do the Minnie Mouse costume for this, but right now I'm such a loser, and I trade this dress away, and I trade this dress back to Serena. I'm not wearing this anymore. I am not wearing this anymore. And I recently got deleted from YouTube. And it ended very well, and it was ended very soon, and I ended this series. It was very well, and then back in on the 5-year anniversary special back in 2021, and then back in the old, and then it reruns. And then a lot of free preview of recent year, and then back in 2020, all of the episodes of Punch Your Face and Knockout Kings 2000 series has been discontinued to air, and then they do the reruns. We have to do the reruns before returning to 2021 for refreshing the new episodes. And that's how we ended this series, with the high note. And also Punch Your Face and Knockout Kings 2000 series has to be the best show of JGN history. Well, kind of. So anyway, thank you so much for watching for this entire season. Thanks you so much for watching for this entire story of a Punch Your Face and Knockout Kings 2000 series here on the Big Reunion. Coming up next month for another episode of the Big Reunion is the story of Blitz. So thank you so much for watching. Good night.